This is PFC Carter.
This is Private A Ted.
This is PFC Hicks. He's going to tell you about his experience in Ft.Leonard, try to differentiate between my experience, ATAT experience, me Fort Sill,
Me Fort Jackson.
All right, now we're going to let him take it away. Go ahead, Hicks.
All right. Nothing really to be nervous about. When you get there, you're probably going to get there at nighttime. Get off the bus, you'll get in a line. They'll separate you from like MPs, combat engineers, and regular engineers, or whatever your MO is. You'll probably go to bed that night. Next night, you wake up, get your head shaved. That's going to cost you, I think, like $7. All right. And it's called reception. It's where you get your shots and all that good stuff. The shots weren't that bad, except for one, the penicillin shot. They call it the peanut butter shot, and you'll understand why. It's going to hurt for about 4 days after. It did me. There's a lot of paperwork you do in that 4 or 5 days you're in reception. You have drill sergeants there, and you will call them drill sergeants. Make sure you do that. You don't slip up and call them sergeant or something, because they are drill sergeants. Or sir. Don't call them sir, because they're not sirs. Okay? They're going to be about 5%. What you see from them is not going to be anything what you're going to see in basic. But we'll get that in a minute. You'll get your uniforms there. You'll get 4 sets of everything. 2 sets of summer boots, 1 set of winter boots. And it's all heavy, real heavy. So just brace yourself. You're going to be doing a lot of carrying and toting. And at night time is going to be the worst time. Just fight through it.
First day of basic training.
Alright. You'll eat chow on your last day of reception. It'll be on a Saturday. They'll line you up outside, and you'll see a bunch of different colored buses come up. Well, when you get on the bus, they're going to make you say your number, the number you're off. When you get to your company at Ft.Leonard, there's going to be the first sergeant, the company commander, and all the drill sergeants outside waiting on you. And they're going to holler at you until you get off the bus. And it's going to be probably the worst day of your life. Not so much. I mean, they'll smoke you for that hour and a half. But they'll do accountability for all the stuff you got while you're at reception. And you go to your training bay, and they'll give you your room and your roommate. Just hopefully you're lucky enough to have a pretty decent roommate. Drill sergeants there, they'll be hard on you for about the first couple of weeks. First 2 to 3 weeks, depending. A lot of companies aren't that bad. Some are, just depend. I was on Bravo Company, 210, and it was very bad for the first few weeks. But it's nothing you can't get over. The PT, if you are not in shape when you get there, you're going to wish you were. I didn't do any running. I was just planning on them to get me in shape, and I was wrong. But just make sure you do PT before you get there. There's not really that much running, actually. It's a lot of push-ups, sit-ups, a lot of muscle failure. Just make sure you do everything you're supposed to do before you go. And run, because once you get out of basic and get into AIT, it's nothing but running. The barracks. I don't know what your MOS is or where you're going, but if you are 210 infantry, you're going to have old barracks. And a lot of the barracks are going to have ripped up tile. It's going to be old buildings. And they need to be torn down, but they won't for some reason. Just try to make the best of it. Keep it clean. Make sure you clean. Make sure your bed's made every morning. Make sure your roommate's bed is made every morning. Because if your roommate's bed's not made and yours is, they'll tear the bed apart. That's what they do with us. It don't matter.
Lock your shit.
Make sure you do not forget to lock your stuff. Every time you leave the room, do not change in your room. They have a special room for everybody to change in at once. It gets hectic sometimes, but not that big a deal. Make sure you shave every morning. brush your teeth every morning because they'll check for that kind of stuff. Make sure your ID's on you at all times.
Keep your nails cool.
Keep your nails clipped. Just keep yourself doing the best you can. I mean, it's rough sometimes. You get through it. The food is actually not that bad. Ours wasn't. It's not what you hear from everybody else. Because I was expecting slop like pigs, but it wasn't that bad. Sometimes you get French toast in the morning and basic.
Pancakes and waffles.
You get pancakes and waffles, eggs, bacon, sausage.
Breakfast. That's perfect.
But you only have a few minutes to eat it, so you better scarf it down. Church, you get church every Sunday. There's
Everything.
yeah, you got Catholic, you got Baptist,
Jedi, Jewish.
if you're a Jew,
Or
you got that.
Or if you're a Jedi.
If you're a Jedi, if you're a Muslim, they probably got something for that too. I never asked.
You believe in spaghetti Jesus.
But
Like rappel tower and stuff.
Yeah.
there's a lot of different obstacle courses and stuff you do there. You got the rappel tower. The rappel tower is like 60 feet. 40. It's 40 feet, and it looks like the scariest thing on earth. But once you actually get off the ledge, it's awesome. And you do the confidence course, PICS course. You do a team course, which is I think the confidence course. You do
It's
it
team development course.
team development. You just find ways to cross obstacles and just make sure. Main thing in basic, you're not gonna get through it by yourself. Just make sure that you work together as a team. Find you a few buddies.
Don't fight.
Do not fight because it's not worth getting kicked out, and you have to live with that person. So, you get to write letters. They'll give you personal time at the end of every night. At first, it'll be 30 minutes, 15 minutes.
2 hours.
And then later on, once you get out of red phase into white phase, you'll get, at most I ever got was about 2.5 hours, depending on the drill
What
sergeant.
about Sundays? Where you stay?
Except on Sundays, because you get all Sunday off. Monday through Saturday is training days. Sunday you get off. The wake up's not till about 6:30 on Sundays, so not too bad. Marksmanship. Once you hit white phase, all you're going to be doing is going ranges and shooting. Sometimes it's fun. If it's cold and raining, it's no fun at all. But just make the best of it, because you qualify, and you really need to qualify with an expert. I mean, so just do your best on that. If you've never shot a weapon before, and it's a weapon, by the way, don't ever call it a gun or a rifle. It's a weapon. Don't let a drill sergeant hear you call it a gun. So, you have certain rut marches through all the bases. Your first one will be
5K.
4K.
4K.
A 4K to navigation, land navigation. And land navigation is you read a map, you find certain points on the map, and you go back. It should take you about an hour and a half or so. But the first rut march, if you're not used to doing that kind of stuff, hiking and stuff like that, it's pretty rough. But at the end of basic, when you come off of your
16K.
yeah, you do a 16K when you come off of your what is that? That final FTX3, which is when you're out there camping for 3 days and crying yourself to sleep every night. No, I'm just playing. It's a 16K, which is just about 10 miles, and you just get ready for it.
Like with the rites of passage and the grill and all that shit.
Once you get off your 16K rut, you'll put all your stuff, you ground all your gear, and you'll hear music. We did. Let's play AC/DC for us in a bubble. And we went in PT bubble, and it was Colonel, all your company commanders, First Sergeant, all the higher ups are going to be in there, and your drill sergeant's going to present you by platoon with your coin and your leadership tag.
Right.
And but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and you'll know then that you're actually a soldier. That's when you actually graduate, but you still have to follow the rules up till the graduation ceremony. Then graduation ceremony, they're going to drill you, and they're going to try to get you on the right track for practice for graduation. And then you graduate, and you get to go on family fast, and it'll be awesome. You're gonna cry when you see your family, I'm sure. But that was my experience in basic. And I graduate AIT soon, so good luck, guys.
All right. Well, thank you. Please subscribe. And my buddy right here is a Romeo. Says AIT's only 6 weeks. Mine's 18.
So is mine.
Yeah.
Yep. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like the video, and please watch more. Thank you.